Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a daily message. Just a quick what you need to know, heads up, being aware of. We take whatever comes out. They just said that there's alignment that's taking place. Somebody may have to take a leap of faith when it comes to traveling. Maybe somebody's very unsure of what the results are going to be, but they know that it's their divine destiny. I don't know. Take it as you resonate, as it resonates. As you resonate, as it resonates. Obviously, that's a lot of cards. But there is going to be patience in the process, right? Because there's been this isolation, this frustration, if you have pain in your kidney areas, just identify it, see it, and say, I see you, and I will understand the why you're actually there. But for now, just go ahead and please step back, dissipate from the body, no longer causing any pain, any pressure. For those of you that are ready to go, you might just hear a yes, and you can go ahead and exit out of the crown. We will transport you at this time. You're welcome. Take a deep breath, opening up your heart center, right? Allowing like that shift to take place of what needs to be raised, right? What needs to be lifted, what needs to clear you out of any thought forms that you believe to be yours, that it came from somebody else's mouth, right? Or you heard or felt something within your own being, but you were not vibrating at 100% light. So your discernment was debilitated or disassociated. I don't know. Having something to do with the ascension of your partnership or your divine connection, right? Like when we find other soul families, right? This is what they're like there can be a not trusting of what you're getting, right? And so there could be this like need for silence and separation from like self in this process of rediscovery, and like through you going into nature or through you disconnecting with your current reality, your frequency is actually going to be raising and your armor of God is going to be strengthening, right? And so maybe you need to get into like a running stream or like open ocean and just kind of allow yourself to float in the water, right? Communing with like the divine. And it's like going to not only like open your heart center, it's going to ground your energy instantaneously, so that you can like nurture this new pathway that's coming into being. Because at first I wanted to say coddle, right? And they said, no, it's not coddling. It's more like a nurturing state of being in this next phase, right? So it could be a person of earth that is traveling towards you, that is your divine destiny. There could be a problem with that selection, right? So they're just to pull more cards. It's not me assuming. It's like I kind of have to see it in the cards. Because I was literally pulling from something else. And so that's not helpful, right? 24 you will see a lot of. And 6 and 3. They said 6 and 3 and 3 and 5. Because it's like the sequential kind of like lineup. And they just said 3, 3, 3. Yeah, there's something with being in sync. It's like you're lifting out of negativity, and through that lifting out of negativity, stepping into a vibration of heart-centered consciousness, right? Of the joy, bliss, hopefulness, like love. By you shifting into the vibration of like, what has happened, and I am now stepping into my new, because this is the direction that I choose to step into. It's going to shift your reality today. It's gonna, you might find yourself like not being seen by certain people in lower vibrations. And I always say that, right? Like if you have been a hermit, or if you've been in a vibration of like introspection, like make sure that you are saying, you know what, I want to be seen. Because you tend to, your vibration tends to be more potent than you actually think it is. And so the reason why you could be seen is because you actually could have been in hiding, right? Without even realizing that that's what you did to yourself. So like for whatever reason, validation, acceptance, like you name it. But there's some kind of a transcendence, a shift in your vibrational frequency today that is, yeah, transcendence, thanks. That is, it's kind of like upgrading. It's kind of like the hesitation's completely dissipating. It's kind of like if you think it, yeah, it's due to your upgrade. It's due to your graduation of like where you've been operating out of, right? Some of you may be very fertile with new ideas, with the ability to got it, thank you. So what they said is, I'm like going, okay, and then it pops in. Through your expansion, through your ability of accessing your telepathy, right? When your telepathy is a two-way street between you and your divine counterpart, whoever your contracts with, not from the people that have been impeding your space, right? You have to cut cords with your past. Regardless of who you think they are, regardless of what people told you, like in order for you to step into your divine destiny, you have to be okay with cutting all of the cords, dissipating everything behind you, stepping into a brand new paradigm, a brand new frequency. And like the thing is whoever is supposed to step into that contract, when you activate that in your heart center, you activate something within your womb. It's almost like your womb is changing frequencies to bring you in a higher dimensional baby, right? You could find yourself doing a cleanse. You could find yourself doing like a parasite cleanse, a fasting, a shifting of your vibrational frequencies, like through sound therapy. Like there's a bunch of different things that are happening, all consecutively, because they're also showing me everything like culminating together. So they're like combining two different situations, like coming into one, right? And so this is kind of like the beginning of you creating your own dream life. Like, what does it look like? How do you want to wake up? Like, what do you want to feel in your day-to-day operations? How do you want to interact with the people? Like, continue to hold that vibration throughout your day, even though your reality will show you something different. Like, I think it's called the eraser method, if I'm not mistaken. And you literally like erase your day, and then you see that person on a higher vibrational plane. And it's going to get you to where you are then in allowance for the what's coming in. It's like the goodness opening up by you pausing and shifting into that frequency and letting go of the being in silence and the isolation, and looking at it as an attunement to get you into a state of harmony with the divine creator, right? Like when you release the expectations of like what you think all of this should be, like that's when your aura is then upgrading, right? Whether it's purple or it's violet flame or it's golden or it's white, like, or it's indigo, right? It's your strength of your core soul resonance. It's literally amplifying into that process. And Yeah, it's a really great thing when you understand your soul's core frequency, right? And it can be an A, it can be a D, it can be a B, it can be a high C, it can be a low C, like everything that is expanding in the heart center, like when you tap into yourself and you say, what is my soul song, right? It will literally like come into being into your mind's eye. Like you'll feel the vibration shift in the body. And when you hum that note, it actually readjusts your frequency back to your core soul's essence, right? And like that's kind of like how you're then choosing a different timeline, because your soul's essence is you at your highest state of being, where it only wants you to succeed. It only wants success. It only wants to help you get onto a higher timeline. There is no resistance. There is no condescending. There is no judgment, right? It's like you literally loving the hell out of you. And like that is literally transcending you through time and space. So you're then picking up the highest state of vibration that you can get into. So then your cells will be sloughing off, your access will be sloughing off, like any stuck energy that has been housed to you when you burn off those cords of connection. Or you sever them, right? And you say, if you come back, I will then burn and fuse those endings. So you cannot come back at all for anyone, right? And in all honesty, like for people that have been suckling, impeding your energy, I would suggest to burn and fuse those end caps. Those little tentacles that you're seeing attach, because they're not only attaching to you, they're attaching to other people. So if you can identify it and then cut and then isolate, burn or fuse, you're then also helping somebody else not have to go through the stuff that you're going through, right? Because the energy signature is that of like a narcissist or an impediment or a lower vibration, or somebody using something against like you, against other people. And so like we're here to help the others, and that's part of you stepping into your destiny through like understanding the why you went through what you went through, and still coming out in the vibration of gratitude and kindness and appreciation, right? Because it's kind of like you hold space, but you show no mercy. There is no mercy in the balancing of the scales. There is only justice, right? And mercy has been used for far too long with no repercussions. And we're at a time and space right now where there needs to be an energetic repercussion through this birthing of a new cycle, of a new renaissance into where we will be going, right? I don't know. I mean, that's a lot for a daily message. So I would say, like, get into your heart center. Allow yourself to identify, like, your patterns of where you've been, how you've traveled to the point where you are right now, right? Give homage to all of the souls that signed up on your journey to go on this crazy journey of life, right? That helped you evolve, that helped you see what you didn't want to only see what you do want, that allowed you to take the time to hone and identify what it is you truly desire, right? And then take that leap of faith and just trust. Through the patience of your divine destiny, it will grant you what it is you truly desire in this lifetime. Everything that has been a problem up till now, or has caused confusion or disarray or impediment, know that those are dissipating with your knowledge, with your unpacking. You really have to go through and identify, like, what are the emotions that they are feeding on. If you burst out in anger in a drive as you're driving down the street, then the thing is that's a hot spot for you. It's an easy way to get you to burst your battery, right? to where you're then creating this energetic pulse and you're losing a little bit of your energy. Have you ever gone to a dinner party and you meet somebody and afterwards you just feel wiped out? It's literally because that person is pulling on your energetic cord without you even realizing it. Release that energy, please. Thank you. If you have anything connected to your rib that does not belong to you and is not a divine counterpart, and if you think it is a divine counterpart, I say cut it. Because if you cut it, they will come, right? It's either it's meant or it's not meant. But either way, you are a sovereign being in your body. You should not have any cords in your ribs. So at this time, put a little bit of focus on your ribs and identify like where you've been stressed, where you've had a bit of anxiety, where you've had problem finding balance, where you have not been grounded, right? And allow yourself to come into that now and ask for your highest timeline and ask all of your chakra systems to readjust and cut those cords, right? Cut every single cord in that entire area of your body and just release. And just release. And I would say pulling in that sacral energy, that sacral energy that belongs to you, that has been pulled on by other people. It's almost like they're manifesting with your energy. And if you have a peach moonstone, I would hold on to it, or maybe like put it in your pocket, in your small pocket, and like really start working with that energy and ask for it to rebalance your chakra so that you can conceive, right? Because it is going to help tremendously. Until next time, be well. This is going to be a reading. And if you would like a session or you would like a reading, I am currently accepting clients. All the information is below if you would like to donate. There's also a link there via Venmo, and you're welcome to donate to the channel. Be well, and until next time, ciao.